Instructional video.
Right, so let me preface everything with this one little question. What do you guys think of Japanese people's English?
I think it's really respectful. I think it's very, I think that the pauses are not necessarily like where they should be. But I think that's mainly just based on the fact that the entire alphabet is different.
I don't have a lot of experience personally.
I don't really, I mean, I know a few people, but I don't really know a whole lot about that. What I do know though is that like our alphabet is completely different and there's different ways of phrasing things, and like commas and periods are not necessarily used in the same way.
Right.
So the emphasizing of certain words or phrases is a bit different.
Right. I think you're coming at it from a very visual aspect. It's talking about commas and periods, right?
Well, it's not visual, no, because when you're talking, you use commas and periods.
Well, not when we're talking.
No, but I mean, you are though, because like the comma is essentially
represent.
Where you pause.
So let's talk about symbols.
Yeah.
What do symbols represent?
Well, that is a symbol.
I know, but like in general, they represent what we're doing in the spoken language, right?
Right. Like we're trying to make it like a fast forward, easy way to explain a lot of things all at once.
Yeah.
Right, and then you can disseminate the information through a visual medium across, time and space, right?
Absolutely.
So yeah, there is a function and a time and a place for it, right? But basically, one of the precepts that I don't even know if a precept's a word, but one of the fundamental things that I try to teach is that language primarily is a sound, and symbols represent the sound.
Interesting.
So when we teach, why do we talk about the representative and not the main course?
Interesting.
Right?
Can you give an example of
so
that?
the first thing that a student learning the language, what are they given? A book.
Right.
Full of representation, not the actual
Not
substance.
the actual, yeah. So like when you like learn Spanish or whatever, you know how to conjugate, but you don't necessarily know how to speak.
Right, and then
Yeah.
you don't hear like the melody and the intonation and like
Or even just like there's like certain words that have like different like social context, like why you would choose one word over another.
That's so.
and that's only comes through in actual conversation with actual people with actual conversation, right?
Or depending on where you are, like locally, like East Coast versus West Coast, or like in the Spanish language, which country,
Exactly. And so this is kind of half of why I'm making these videos, is because basically a lot of Japanese people, specifically, I mean, we could apply this to any language anywhere across the world, right? But most people are given books as their primary introduction into the sound of a language.
Right.
But it's like, wait, but you don't even know the sounds yet. Why are you learning literacy before you even know how to speak? That's
that's backwards. That's not how we learn as humans. Yeah.
No, it's not.
Exactly.
We learn from experience.
Exactly. And so basically the whole point of these films is to create experience of people actually having
That's
conversation
so
in real time.
cool.
Well, hey, I mean,
Well,
it's
you're like you're using it to your advantage. Like you're getting paid to do this, and then you're also
right.
benefiting yourself business-wise in terms of being able to help people. That
Right.
Super cool.
And like
Very smart.
well,
What is your connection with the Japanese language?
well, 俺ちょっと長い話になっちゃうんですけれどもね、俺実は日本人じゃないですか。まあ違うか。アメリカ人ですけれども、
Wow.
ね、まあ
Did you grow up, like,
そうです
learning?
ね。長い話になっちゃうんですね。But basically, I lived in Japan for a bit, and I learned
how long?
Japanese. The first time I was there for 10 months, and so I learned how to speak Japanese in 10 months.
How old were you?
18, 19.
Yeah.
That's
really, like,
insane. So you must be really intelligent then.
No, I stumbled onto it. I have a brain, you have a brain, we have equal access
I know, but
to
some
sound
people are
waves.
better at learning language. than
I
others.
will argue with this on you. I will argue with you on this because I believe everybody can learn one language, you can learn a second. It's just
Yeah.
Well,
how to
I
learn
learned
it.
a second language, but I was a baby, so I mean it was,
Well, right.
I speak French fluently because my dad only spoke French to me my whole life.
Wow, qu'est-ce que tu dis?
Qu'est-ce que je dis Je
C'est
dis
à-
que mon père il m'a parlé français pour toute ma vie et puis je suis complètement française.
Okay, babadi dad. I have no idea what you said, but it sounded pretty authentic, right?
It is very authentic.
Right, and-
I could not be more authentic.
Right?
That is my legit French right there.
No wonder
But
you
nobody would know that.
Right, well, unless you speak French, right? Unless you open, like me just speaking Japanese, right? That's one that comes out of left field, huh? Because, like,
I don't have any
Absolutely.
context at all. Like I don't even.
You're like, where the
know
fuck
a
did
word.
that come from, right?
Spanish.
I speak Spanish, but I learned that
When I was
Service industry, though.
I mean, I took classes when I was younger, but I got to actually practice it legitly, like through
real people
yeah,
interactions.
and then dating.
Exactly.
You know,
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true. You did date a couple guys that were.
Yeah, that were Cape Rico. And I know I'm saying that like a Californian on purpose, everybody, but basically, yeah, it's all about accent. That's the sum of everything.
No, totally. But it's funny because I've been speaking it now for 10 years that like I get like confused a lot for like a native speaker. So
That's what I'm saying. And because you sound like a native speaker, right?
Which is the whole point.
Which is the whole point, right? And so that's why I'm saying, not that I'm really arguing with you, but like I do believe anybody can do it if they'd actually learned how to do it correctly from the get-go.
I only started, well, the thing for me, like I only started really learning because when I first started feeling successful and confident was when I stopped caring exactly what people thought.
Yes.
And started making real connections with people because especially people like has had that experience not being fluent in another language, you know, at one point or another when they traveled or,
we all
you know,
started
whatever.
zero.
And so most people are really helpful, I think, like if once you introduce yourself as a learner.
Right.
And that kind of like disengages the whole situation where you're like,
Right.
I don't have to be perfect, but I can try.
I mean, when I lived in Japan, I think it was very obvious
For
I was
sure.
learning,
No,
right?
I think a lot of times people get
What
like,
is going on
for
now?
sure.
You
No,
remind us
you're
of
my
a friend of ours.
Oh yeah, Cody.
Yeah, his name is Cody. Yeah, he's totally.
He sounds like a Californian guy,
He
right?
only wears today.
Right.
Wears tie-dye. He would show up to school wearing a suit just to be a dick.
Wow, man.
Suitcase.
So are you saying I remind you? Okay, no, let's not get sidetracked
no,
here.
he's
'cause
like funny, like in a good, like he, you know, he's like fight the system, but in a very soft way.
yeah, like tickle the system.
Tickle the system. Exactly. I've never heard that, but yeah, that's exactly what
You never heard it because obviously
Did you make that up?
I just made it
So
up
smart.
because that's how I roll.
That's
So
ridiculous.
I know, but let's not get sidetracked because the whole point of this was to stick to the task at hand.
Yes, to Stash Bar, but the
right.
actual point, underlying point, was that we're going to be a part of your documentary to help your teaching class or whatever.
Right.